Well, gasoline and a brush, and then degreaser and a hose works really well. It's all nice and clean in here now. So now I just gotta wait a couple hours for it to dry out. And then I can replace the boot, take the A-arm off, take the axle out, etc., etc. Get the new wheel bearing pressed in, replace the steering ball and ball joint end. Yeah, looking good. Sweet. It lives! All right. So, these boots are totally fucked. I don't really feel like cleaning that completely off just yet. Let's see. I think I'm gonna leave the cup in the transmission for now, so that I don't have to worry about draining the fluid. I'll pop that out when I'm ready to install the new one. Let's see, what should I do next? I think... Well, I gotta pull the hub off so that I can replace the wheel bearing. So, I'll do that. Much better. Okay, there it is. Alright. Shit. That rubber's gone too. Damn it. Gonna have to replace that. Getting that boot off is gonna be fun. I don't see where the clip is. I think it's... Oh, shit. Although it looks like you don't have to raise the car up on a lift to pull the whole rack out. Looks like you could just kind of get this out of the way and slide it out. Oh, I don't see where the end of this metal band is. I'm gonna have to, like, cut it or something. Blarg. Actually, I have a pretty good tool for that. Oh, hey, look. Number plate for the transmission. All right. Cool.
The simple joys of a shotgun and a cardboard box.
Alright. Found my snap-on clippers. Actually, they aren't snap-on. They're Velcro. My Velcro cutters and my snap-on pliers. And we're gonna see if we can't nip off that band. Come on. Oh. Oh. Did I get it? I got it. Yes. Well, I'll just remember that it's right where all the grease stops. Oh shit. See, somebody told me that these didn't hold any oil in. Fuck that person. There are no fucking seals in there. And that's where all my power steering fluid has been going, and that's what all that oil was. I see shiny bits in the oil. That's not very good. But yeah, at least my tools are getting a good lube. So yeah. Ah, damn it. Now I gotta make sure I get all that crap cleaned off. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, I'm gonna get the new boot put on as quickly as possible. Oh, look at that shit. Does it work? I don't know, dude. You're not putting out any air either, huh? It's doing something. But that's no bueno. I just got some parts I need. The other side CV axle. The reason I'm not doing everything in this video, you may have noticed in the other video, when I pulled this off, some oil came out, and that may be an indication that my power steering rack is dead. In other words, it needs to be replaced. But because not a ton of oil came out, and both boots actually didn't have any holes in them, I think it may just have been long-term accumulation over the life of the car. So while I'm not ruling out the possibility that this needs to be replaced, I'm not going to do it right now, just because I want to get kind of an idea of how much oil is actually leaking out of there. I'll keep power steering fluid in the car, so that's not a problem. Today what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it all back together with what I've got, because this car over here, our Cadillac, actually, the water pump died, and it's actually, I hope I'm getting a good angle with my GoPro, but this pulley right here is actually seized, and it threw the belt off the car, and a bunch of coolant leaked down onto the ground. So that's kind of what I'm assuming. This fucking hood keeps falling down. So I'm assuming that's kind of what happened with this. And while this is in the shop getting fixed, because I'm not going to take on that project, Miss needs to use my stepmom needs to use this car to get to and from work. So my brake pads are kind of shitty. I mean, there's really like nothing left on them, but just for a couple days while this is getting fixed, I'm gonna whack it all back together and just run it. And then once this car's back in service, I'll put it back up on the jacks, replace everything like the brake pads and whatnot. Cause yeah, wow, there's not much left on there at all. So yeah, I've got a second GoPro today because a friend of mine was over and he left it. So this is going to be taking a time lapse while I work on it. And the one on my head that you're watching now is just going to be for close-ups and stuff. So first thing I'm going to do is drain the transmission fluid by popping that Allen out and that Allen out. I'm pretty sure those are the drain plugs. I mean, pretty obvious. So I'm going to get that done. I'm going to drain it. And then I'm going to pop the old CV axle cup out, put the new one in, and start reassembling this side. I've got the end link. I don't have the sway bar mount, so we're just gonna have to live without a sway bar for a couple days. That's not really a big deal. It just makes the front end of the car just a little bit more bouncy. You know how it is. So anyway, stay tuned. Nasty. It's a little brown. I'm not an expert at what fluids should look like when they come out of cars. I know about engine oil, but I don't know about ATF. It still has some red color, so it can't be too bad. Shit, that might... No, that's not gonna overflow. Okay, cool. So yeah, that doesn't look terrible. So yeah, let that drain for a bit. And yeah. Time sync, go! Is that a different oil? It's far more brown. I wonder if that... Shit, I may have to get a new oil now. 'Cause that oil is coming out of the case right under the joint, but it's separate from the pan. I don't know, it's a different color. They're definitely not the same oil. This feels... Yeah, this is ATF and this is like engine oil or something. You can see some metallic in there. That's not good. I wonder what that is. I don't think it's engine oil. It may be like secondary transmission for like the final drive or something. So I finally get to use this tool I've had for a couple weeks. Oh. This is probably the most fun part of this whole operation. But this little bit goes in. Uh-oh. What the heck is this shit? Fuck. Well, I don't get to use it yet because I gotta take that whole fucking bracket off first. It's a pain. Okay, so it turns out that these bolts right here, they actually take out this whole piece of the transmission. And once I started seeing it moving and noticed that the aluminum at the back was coming out with this flange right here, I stopped. I'm gonna put the nuts back in, and what I found out is that my 3-jaw actually hooks on to this little lip. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on here like that. I'm gonna get a flat plate to sit on that, and then I'm gonna 3-jaw clamp this whole assembly together. And then what I can do is I can thread the slide hammer right here and pull it off like that, so that I don't actually have to get this cup in behind the cup right here like this. So yeah, I'm gonna put those bolts back together, set it all up, and I'll let you know when I get there. I got it falling out, man. That was up. See that? No, that's not right. Torque nice. I don't know if this was torque. Torque 2. But it's running so long. Alright, so this is the craziest way someone's ever probably done this. But I've got my 3-jaw stuck on there, and this is just kind of floating inside. So, damn. Yay! I did it! Oh. What I had to do is, even though my 3-jaw puller doesn't go all the way like this, I just got him into these little notches right here, and I tightened this down with a wrench so it got right on there. Stuck this thing in there at a cock-ass angle, making no sense. Banged on it a couple times, and poof! Out it comes. So now, what I can do is put the new one in. Okay, so once you figured out how to get the old axle out, the old cup, you get the new axle. I already gave this a wipe because you don't want any shit in it. And then you take it, get her in the hole. See, I should have left the strut off, damn it. Close the camera. This hammer has seen better days. I need to get a regular hammer. Because this has such a heavy chamfer on it, I'm not gonna be too worried. There we go. It's in. And there goes the caddy. does go like that? I have no idea. I guess those are kind of captive. Oh yeah, I can see the little notch, so those do go like that.
Here to tell you about my cool ass boat, the Susan E. It's a clutch mechanism. Pretty bitchin'.
Alright, so I've gotten this far now. Unfortunately, I have to do this quickly because I only have that much sunlight left, and I need to use this car tomorrow no matter what it needs to be driving. So I'm kind of rushing here, going as fast as I can. You may or may not see some of the time-lapse footage I took off of this camera just because about halfway through it ran out of batteries and memory. I didn't have the interval set right. It should have been more like 1 or 2 seconds rather than half a second. But I'm kind of rushing to put this all back together. I've got both drain plugs installed on the transmission. Doogie told me that this car uses about 1.7 quarts of automatic transmission fluid, and again, I don't know if that second plug I took out was the same fluid or not, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1.5 quarts down into the transmission, run it, and then I'm going to take both nozzles out, and then if liquid drains from both, I know they're shared fluids, and I don't need to get another one. So I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna find out. So right now I'm gonna start up the tractor and jump start the car so that I can start it, and then I'm going to add the fluid. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, scratch that. The transmission actually holds 2.6. I've put 1.5 in, so I'm gonna put another... What the hell is that sound? So I've already put... So I'm gonna put the rest of this, which would make it 2. And I'm gonna put, let's see, this in. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this. Just under half. Let's give it another one. Another squirt. Alright, that should be good. Okay, so I talked to Doogie. Apparently, the oil that came out of this case is actually the differential. So what I have to do is climb underneath this bitch. I need my oil absorbing mat. So what I need to do is, there's a little, I'm sure you can't see it, but there's a little nut right there halfway up, and I need to fill that with 1.7 quarts of ATF. The diff actually takes ATF just like the transmission. So what I'm gonna do is I have a syringe and a tube somewhere that I gotta find, and I'm gonna use a syringe and a tube. So yeah.
It's got a Clutchmaster hydraulic drive that puts out 25 gallons per minute. It's a grease and TC vane pump that runs the... Oh, that's your hydraulic tank there. Runs the block for picking up crab pots.
Alright, so here's the transmission filling set up. You can see that slowly go down. Well, the tube's going, this is the tube and it's dropping down there. And then I don't know if you can see, but that little hole right there, maybe you can see the tube going into it. Well, this right here is the transmission, and that nut right there is what I took off and the dirty oil came out of. Transmission's already topped back up, but I'm filling the differential with 1.7 quarts. So it's a waiting game now.
You have a... You see that?
So I think we're basically ready to start it. And because the jumper cables were in the Cadillac, I'm not going to be able to use jumper cables. So what I did is I took the battery out of the tractor, and I guarantee you I've never seen a jump start this ghetto, but here's what we're gonna do. Yes, I know these are liquid filled. That's right. Shit's running. I heard you wanted to see the most ghetto jump start ever. There it is. Romex. Fucking Romex and C-clamps. I'm gonna take it for a quick spin to see how it feels. So you can come with me. Sure sounds smooth. Could be that I'm just not used to it. We'll do the quick loop. I can feel that the front wheels are kind of wanting to fight each other a little bit. It feels, you know, a little bit twitchy, like it wants to go one way and then the other. So that's gonna need some adjustment, but it should be fine for the next day or two so that Miss can get to work. And then I'll finish installing all the parts I want to, and then we'll take it to the alignment shop. But it feels good. It's quiet. I think we're doing all right. All right, so the test went well. The car's pretty much ready for Miss to drive tomorrow and the next day. Thanks for watching. What I still have to do is the right side steering end link, the right side CV axle, the right side brake pads, both tires, the left side brake pads, the left side sway bar link that actually sheared off, which you may have seen in the first video. What the hell is hell's this dude doing? That's sketchy. That is like the worst fucking turn to be stopped at. You need to back the hell up. Totally lost my train of thought, but right now I'm going to the store to put some gas in it. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Wow. Nasty. Oh wow, I cut myself. I couldn't even tell.